What's up, y'all? Today's video is going to be a little bit different. We're going to start doing a monthly interview installment with a local investor here in Rutherford County. For this video, I'll introduce him, hear about what investing he's doing in the area, and make sure to stay tuned until the very end to hear why he thinks that Rutherford County is a great place to invest in. And as we're talking, make sure to drop any questions down in the comments about investing in the Middle Tennessee area. All right, y'all, let's meet Cannon, a local investor here in Rutherford County. Cannon, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and what's the story about what got you into investing in the first place?
Absolutely. For those who don't know, may know me or have you just your first time even laying eyes on me, I go by Big Old Cannon. Boom. Um, what got me into real estate? I've been doing it for like 12, 13 years now, and essentially I got into it. I must say, just real estate found me. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. One day I was just walking. I was doing my normal walk, clearing my mind. I typically used to see this guy. Clearing a lot and mowing a lot. And it was for me, I didn't know it was a couple acres. I see it as grass lot. I didn't even know what to call it at the time. And I stopped him one day and I just said, "Hey man, is this yours? I see you out here all the time." And he says, "Yeah." He's like, "Why are you interested in buying it?" Immediately I say, I never thought about something like that. I don't even know what something like this would cost or if I could even afford it. And he said, "Well, maybe today is lucky, your lucky day." And I say, "How so?" He said him and his family were moving and he was going to be looking to sell it here soon. And again, he was like, "Would I be interested?" And I say, "Well, again, I don't know if I could afford this. How much would something like this cost?" And beyond my wildest dreams, he told me a price that I could not resist, which was $500. Keep in mind, this was a couple acres. And I immediately jumped on that because to me, that's like I struck gold. And I would say that's how I got started. Once I closed on that deal with him, made that happen, and I obtained it and took control of that, like I was hooked, and I learned the process of, title closing, just dealing with attorneys, just the whole nine that comes along with real estate. And I've also had ups and downs, but I mean, I would say my real estate journey has been a dream, clearly.
So that was your first piece of property. Was that here in Tennessee?
Yes, that was here in Tennessee, but I definitely went on to buy all over like I buy in multiple states now, But yeah, that's what really cut my teeth with real estate and just kind of, I started, learning the path and know how things work.
Got it. So, what are some different types of real estate that you like to invest in and why?
I typically do like untraditional ways of real estate, but I also do deals traditionally. I'm not a big wholesaler. I know that's a popular thing now, quote unquote. But for me, I like to buy and hold. And for those who have no idea what that means, is I like to acquire properties, um, renovate them, and rent out for families or whomever that may need places to stay. And so essentially, for those who need to know, I'm a landlord. I only sell homes whenever I'm trying to free up liquid cash so I can invest them in other properties or other projects that I may work on because I do other things than other than just real estate. But that's really my game plan in a nutshell.
So, you just mentioned that you're a landlord.
Mhm.
Is that for single family homes?
I do it for all. I have a few commercial properties as well. Excuse me. Um, Single family homes. I know a lot of people kind of frown on single family homes nowadays, but for me, I'm the type of person. I see a single family home totally different. Most people look at a single family home as something they're going to live in. I personally see it as something to make me money. So I essentially rent where I live, but all of my properties I live rent free because I rent homes out. I'll buy a home just to rent it to someone else, other opposed to me living in one. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm sure people want to know what are some typical rents that you might see in this area for say a 2,000 square foot single family home and maybe even a typical like office commercial property.
Um, I mean, there's some deals out here. If you're in the game, then you know. But just off the top of my head, if we're gonna say anywhere from 2,000, I'll jump it down to 1,500 square feet to 2,000 square feet for a single family home. You could pay anywhere from 1,400 to 2,500. You know, I think that's fair, and that's just giving a safe gap. because I don't know what type of house we're looking at. But if we just talking based off square feet, that's probably about the going rates. And then for commercial, again, it depends on the office space, but you could pay anywhere from $800 to for office space to, $2,000, $2,500. It just depends on where the location is. Again, location is very important when it comes to real estate, and I know you would know that being a realtor.
Oh, most definitely. As far as the location, like you mentioned, are there some different areas within Rutherford County that you're seeing are like hotter than others?
Yeah, yeah. You saying as far as single family or commercial?
For single family and commercial.
I mean, I would say Middle Tennessee is on fire, period. So if you can get lucky enough to get anything at this point, because inventory is very low, if you get anything, I would say you striking gold right now. So I wouldn't be so picky because again, it's a very competitive market right now. So for those listening, just keep that in mind. Assess your options because today it might be on the market, or you might have a deal. Someone might be offering you a deal now. You sleep on it, tomorrow it's gone. So
Yeah, that is some great advice. And I
yeah,
would I would say that even if you're just a home buyer, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
you really can't be picky in this market. We just don't
Yeah.
have that many options.
Unfortunately, for now, that's for now. But yeah, I do see things changing in some point, but maybe not so soon.
Yeah, we just have to wait and see what happens with the market. I know
For
we're
sure.
all we're all waiting to see that. Now, what can you tell us about the competition in the marketplace with other investors? I'm sure you don't know exactly how many there are, but
Oh
what is
no,
the
it,
competition like?
no. I mean, investors everywhere. For somebody like me, uh, this is some key news and advice to anybody that's looking to invest or just interested in what I have to say. For me, it doesn't affect me. Even the pandemic doesn't affect me again because the way I do my real estate. I mean, I essentially don't just invest in Middle Tennessee. I invest all over. So, key point: we're going through a pandemic and we're dealing with everything that's going on right now. But not every city and county is affected by the pandemic. So, if you're an investor, you know where to find deals. I'm gonna leave it at that. And some cases you might take a blow here, but it makes up in somewhere in another investment or another county, another city. I would say.
All right. Well, I know as we go on through this monthly interview series, people can learn about how to get into investing in our area.
Yeah.
But I did want to ask you the burning question. What is it about Murfreesboro and Rutherford County, Middle Tennessee in general, that makes it such a great place to invest in?
Man, when it comes to Middle Tennessee, if you're an investor that has kids, I'm gonna say that because I do have a daughter. So if you're looking to come here and invest, or if you already invest in schools, education is one. We have a lot of schools and a lot of good education in Middle Tennessee. A lot of opportunity. I will say just as many homes that are being built. There's just as many apartments, townhomes, condominiums, and I see a lot of people going to that too. So to me, the days of like a white picket fence, no offense to anyone, is kind of it's all about your preference. But nowadays, people want minimum. They don't want to have to cut grass. They want to be able to come and go as they please and be able to come home and just relax. And I would say like that part probably plays a big part. And then the commute. Murfreesboro is a beautiful place to live. Rutherford County is a beautiful place to live. Middle Tennessee is a beautiful place to live, and I think anybody would agree to that. Jobs are plentiful, and I think we're just in a great market to grow. I like what Middle Tennessee is doing. We're just expanding and we're growing faster. We have more demand than we do I would say inventory at this point.
Oh, most definitely. Most
Yeah,
definitely. Hopefully that changes sometime in the near future. But for now, we definitely can help you get into this area if you're looking to get into the Middle Tennessee area.
for sure.
But as far as that, next you're going to want to go check out Cannon's YouTube channel, My Black Neighbors podcast. I'm going to
Yeah.
link down in the description. And make sure to subscribe with the bell for more content about real estate in the Murfreesboro area.
Let me
Thank you
say,
so
let me
much.
say this. Let me say this. For those that want to invest, I'm gonna give it to you raw and uncut. You can go and check anybody online, but me, I'm really one of those guys that's really doing it. I've been doing it for a long time, and so I have a lot of niches that I can kind of share with you all as you follow my journey. Go ahead, my bad.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on the channel. And definitely, if anybody has any questions for you, make sure to drop them down in the comments. We'll probably pull them up for our next interview. So thank you so much for coming on the channel, and we'll see you next time.
Peace.